Welcome everybody to today where we celebrate the Wednesday of the 18th week of Ordinary Time. Today, reflecting upon the Word of God, notice that there was a woman to which she is making this big request at Jesus, yet Jesus' disciples continued to silence and tell Jesus to go away from her. But then, what did Jesus mention? He came for the lost sheep. Notice that he did not come for the righteousness, but he came for the lost sheep. Today's Holy Gospel presents to each and every one of us here with a woman to which her daughter has been possessed by the devil. And all of what the woman had asked Jesus for is to go heal her daughter. But then, how did Jesus continue to respond? It is not right to take the food of the children and go to feed it to the dogs. But then the woman said one of the powerful statements to which it really made Jesus continue to express his love for her, as in forgiving. And the woman stated that even the scraps from the table the dogs continued to eat. And because Jesus saw her faith, Jesus had decided to go heal the daughter. So what lesson can we all take away from today's Holy Gospel? Notice that number one, Jesus continues to heal each and every one of us here, despite the amount of times that we have fallen, the amount of times that each and every one of us here felt like we are not in closer relationship with Christ. Because guess what? Even 1 week, 2 weeks, a month, notice that Jesus wants each and every one of us here to return to Him. If we reflect upon the parable of the lost sheep, notice how Jesus rejoices over the one lost sheep that has been found, over the 99 sheep to which they are still present at the moment. Notice how Jesus came to call sinners and not to call the righteousness. Why is that? Because those who come to return to Him will develop a lot of greater love compared to those who have already been so righteous to the point where sometimes they feel like they don't even need God in their lives a lot more. So Jesus wants to emphasize to each and every one of us here the importance of being able to reunite ourselves to Him, to continue to return ourselves to Him, so that Jesus can help guide each and every one of us here, especially in our journey of faith. That is the first lesson to which Jesus wants to teach each and every one of us here in today's Holy Gospel. The second lesson that Jesus wants to teach each and every one of us here is the concept of our faith, to which, despite the number of times that we may have felt like there are obstacles that are preventing us from remaining faithful, Jesus is always there for each and every one of us here. And He makes Himself available for all of us here to come and reunite with Him, so that way all of us can go to continue to remain faithful in our lives. To be faithful is to continue to produce fruit, where if we are to command the tree to grow, it will continue to obey. Notice that our faith is built upon the foundation, to which faith without works is dead. But when we continue to grow and develop our faith, we come to recognize that we are building God's kingdom as Jesus continues to spread the powerful words of love to each and every one of us here, so that all of us here can go to establish unity rather than separation. So today, Jesus invites each and every one of us here to really consider the amount of times that we felt like we have been a failure. More of the times in our lives, we have accomplished a lot of things to the point where the one time that we continue to fail is the one time that we continue to recognize that moment the most, rather than focusing on the numerous amount of times that we have been successful. Sometimes we tend to associate our failures to our own personalities a lot more, to the point where we look down upon ourselves. Notice how Jesus does not want each and every one of us to look down upon ourselves, but to be able to recognize our accomplishments in order for each and every one of us here to continue to motivate ourselves to build ourselves up. So sometimes we have very, very good things that we have achieved, to the point where that should be the moment to which it should be recognized. So that way we can continue to go and keep pushing ourselves forward in order for us to be able to go along our journey of faith. Thank you to each and every one of you guys for taking the time to listen to this reflection, and for more videos like this, please consider liking and subscribing and commenting down below any questions that you may have about the faith. Thank you.